What's up YouTube, SpeedyCSN here. I've got a little unboxing today. This is something I've been waiting for far too long, let's just say. I was supposed to get this thing on Saturday, and I was really looking forward to getting it on Saturday because, you know, then it'd be during the weekend. I was the only one here on Saturday, but no, USPS had to be late this one time. I really wish it was on time like it normally is for me, but no, it decided to wait until today, which was a school day. Today is actually Monday, August 13th. You know, anyways. Yeah, this thing, I wasn't originally going to do an unboxing video of this, but I got my school laptop today, and as I mentioned in yesterday's update video, it runs Windows 7, and unfortunately it has Windows Live Movie Maker. So this is going to be a good way for me to figure out how the program works, and if it's not working out for me, then I'll be able to just switch to the XP computer and use that, your regular Movie Maker, to edit it, which hopefully I won't have to do. So let me go ahead and change my camera's batteries and grab a pocket. I'm just going to grab a knife and we will get into this. Okay, let's go and get into this. And if you're wondering what the black thing that is sitting on top of the box is, that is actually an old case knife. I'm going to be using this to open it because, as you might know from the title, this is Zippo related and Zippo owns Case. So I figured it's appropriate. So, alright, this is an old one. It was completely dull. It was actually my grandfather's, and I recently inherited it. So, but I used the toilet to sharpen it. You know, you can use anything that's made of ceramic, pretty much sharpen knives. So I used the lid of our toilet to sharpen it, and I got it pretty good. I mean, you know, it's not really sharp. It can sort of cut an index card. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't, but, you know, it should be able to do this. So, just trying to feel to see if this, I think this is actually a cardboard box. So, should see if I can keep this thing in frame. Let's slice straight down the middle here. And this goes like it's in a box. Okay. Is that even cutting? That didn't even cut. Let's try off the tape. Alright, let's go with the bigger one. Alright. Fail. Oh well, I don't think this case knife is going to do us justice. I'll try and get it sharper though for next time, but for now let's just use a razor blade. I think that was a better sound. Well, none of my knives are really all that sharp. I love that. Ah, there we go. Found a slit. Ah, sweet. Actually. You can see this alright, right? Yeah. Alright, so here we got a cardboard box. By the way, this is an eBay purchase. My first ever eBay auction, and I actually won the eBay auction. I do apologize, I don't know what your username is, but I did have to outbid you. All I know is that your name started with a K and ended in a Y because it seems eBay likes to censor usernames, which I guess makes sense. But I do apologize. It's just I really, well, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it weren't for the title, the sheer size of this, actually I might even call this the sort of surprise unboxing or mystery unboxing or something, just for the first few days of it. Uline Shipping Supply Specialists. Interesting. Ordered by 6 p.m. for same-day shipping. You would have been a really good carrier, you know? It says that right there. Can you read that? That's annoying. Okay. I'm sure by the size of this you guys can probably assume what it is. That I've already said it's Zippo related, and the fact that this is a huge box. So yes, but I'm not going to tell you until I actually crack into it. So, here we go. Just gotta be careful here, don't want to scratch it up. There we go. Never actually opened a huge box like this. This is exciting. So yeah. eBay, my thoughts. I like it, you know, it's a cool concept and all, you know, online sort of auctions and such, but don't use eBay if you do not have money in your actual PayPal account. Don't send e-checks. E-checks are slow. Alright, I didn't know there was a difference. I thought e-checks was, you know, just like a fancy term. Oh, blast. A fancy term, and if you're wondering why I said oh blast, you might be able to see in there. Peanuts! Alright. This box is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but, you know, the fact that there's peanuts means this product is even smaller than I thought it was going to be. Like, this box was about the same size I thought that the product was going to be, but... Alright, let's see if this... Yeah, as I was saying, don't use eBay if you don't have a PayPal account with money in it. Whoa, alright. Peanuts, great. Because, you know, then... Alright, I have a trash bag here, very coincidentally. So, here we go. I'm just gonna sort of unload peanuts into here as I talk to you guys. Don't use e-checks. Ah, blast. They're going everywhere. On eBay because, you know, they're slower. Because, you know, what I didn't realize is that e-checks are, I guess, literal checks. Because, like actual checks, like your paycheck you might get from your job, you have to cash them. They have to be cleared. Okay? I guess essentially cashing and checking, or cashing and depositing them, as I guess technically called clearing them. But, you know, yeah, it's a big waste of time. I did not want to have to wait for that. I thought I was just making a transaction that would be immediate, but no. So next time I order something off of eBay, I'm going to make sure I have some money in my PayPal account. So how I'm going to get to that money in there, I don't know. Maybe I'll transfer a small percentage of my paychecks or Google checks or whatnot into my PayPal account whenever I get them or something. Anyway, ooh, I can already sort of see some of it. Alright, I'm going to finish this, and then I'll be back to you guys. Alright, got most of those out. Got a few under the tripod as you might be able to see, but... Okay, let's go and see what this is all about here. This all last week, all this week, although this week isn't really... It's all last. Alright. Oh! I can see some of it. Alright, so here's this. Let's scoop this box off. And what was in this little big box this whole time? Man, I got a bunch of peanuts on my bed. This. Might be able to see it, this sort of. Let's angle the camera back down a little bit. And unwrap it. Oh, snap. That is awesome. Does it smell? Good. I was worried that, you know, this is advertised as used. And I was worried that it might have a cigarette smell to it or something if it was used in a smoke shop, but it smells great. Got 2 keys. Let's see here, I'm going to lock this. So let's put this back here. Oh, come on. Which way do you go in? Oh, this actually have to be a little bit... Is there some assembly or is there... Let's see, this... Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, so there's a slot on the top here that the lock has to line up with. Yeah, there's a slot on the top. So you put the key in. Looks like you put the key in. Then you line it up with the slot on the top. And there you go. Bam. It's locked. But there it is. Sorry about how long that took me. This is it. What I ordered. Myself a Zippo display. holds 15 lighters, which is actually perfect. I was doing last night because I figured, you know, if I didn't get it on Saturday, I'm definitely getting it on Monday. What I actually did was I went in and I looked at all my Zippos and was deciding, okay, what do I want to put in here first? What do I want to leave out? Turns out I have exactly 15 boxes. Exactly. I did not think that I had that. I thought I actually had more than 15. I mean, last time we counted I had more than 15. I don't know what happened, but, you know, all my Zippos are there, but, you know, I guess it's just one of those derp moments or something. But anyway, yes, there it is. That's awesome. So, what do you guys say we set it up, I guess? I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna set this here. And last night I sort of started, if I can turn this a little bit, I sort of started to clear off a spot next to my iMac. It's going to go right there where my finger is pointing to. Not on the ground. I'm, you know, if you imagine I'm touching the desk. So anyway, yeah, basically where the keys are. That's where I'm sort of picturing it going. And yeah. Alright, so let's see. I'm just going to have some stuff here. I'm going to move my lighters. Oh, please don't fall out the bottom. Okay. There's those lighters. And here's these. So I move those off. And let's see. I'm going to... Alright, let me see if I can do this without blocking you guys' view. So here's my trackpad. It's set on the side of the keys. The keys I'm not going to really hide. The keys are just going to be in the back. But if I have people over or something, and maybe I don't trust them, and I don't know what I'm going to do with these little displays here. Set these off to the side. For now, we'll figure out something to do with that. Let's just sort of get some of this stuff out of the way so I can have it in place, and then we can look at what to do next. Alright, here we go. Let's set this right here. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. Let me see that on the camera if that looks good. Yep. Alright, I guess what we need to do now is fill it with Zippos. Now, before I do that, I've got to do a little bit of a house cleaning here. Got to get these peanuts out of the way. But yeah, and I've got a bunch of bubble wrap, which is going to come in handy. Always save stuff like bubble wrap, guys, because bubble wrap is pretty dang expensive. So anyways, man, that looks awesome. That seriously looks awesome. Oh wow. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up a little bit, get that big brown box. Probably put that in the garage with all the other big brown boxes. And yeah, I will be back with you guys and we'll fill her up. Okay, here we go. Cleared out a little bit of space. So, basically, if you're just curious, there's a keyhole right there. That's where you put the key in. Alright, and if you can see right there, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's a little notch that moves out of the way there. Alright, and either, yeah, they want this to pivot out the back. So if I want to rotate out my collection, which is what my plan is, because like I said, I have exactly 15 boxes. Well, actually I have 14 boxes. You know, this is my 15th box. I'm considering maybe displaying my first ever Zippo in there. I guess we'll see how that goes. In fact, I'll go and set this in there so that way we can see how that works out. But yes, so when I want to, you know, sort of do that, I'm going to turn it to its side and do that. And luckily, it doesn't really, you know, I was kind of worried that maybe, you know, that wouldn't be really, it would be kind of top heavy or something if I did that, but it didn't seem to be. Alright, so, here we go. So basically, all the, how, you know, they just pop in like you'd expect. What I was thinking about doing was maybe having my newest Zippos, my 3 newest Zippos here at the top, going from left to right, newest, oldest, you know, in terms of that. So in that case, this Sapphire Zippo would go on the very right, on the far right. Alright, and it does go in with the box, doesn't it? I thought it would. Yeah, I think it does. Ah, there you go. Well, alright, that's going in there funny. Let me see. Is this styrofoam or something? The insert here is a little dirty. That's kind of unfortunate or not. Does this? Yeah, this fits in. Yeah, this would fit in like this. So this would go right here. I don't know why it's kind of issue right there. But okay, I guess that's in. I really can't tell you. Yeah, that's in. That's in. It's got this sort of ledge here that gives an optical illusion that it's not in. Alright, and then what would come next would be this guy, my Zippo BR. That goes in next. This one has a thinner box, and yet it fits in right away. Or it fits in perfectly. Alright, and then after that would be... Oh yeah, my brass one. So where's my brass one? Solid brass. Here it is. High poly brass. Alright, so there you go. From left to right, my newest ones. I'm thinking about maybe doing that. We'll see if I like that, though. Or not. We'll see if I enjoy, you know, doing it that way. So, there you go. And, yeah. So, I'm just going to continue populating this. Let's see. I was thinking maybe, I want to put my bolted, where's my bolted? Bolted. Here's my bolted. I was thinking about putting the bolted one right here. And, I kind of wanted to have it close to the, you know, just, where is it? Where is it? Come on. Where are you? Oh no! Oh geez, some of the Zippos are starting to escape into the trash bag. The Zippo VOK Chrome, but I can't find it right now. Well, I mean, I know it's here. It's just, maybe I should just, yeah, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm just going to fill this thing up, and I'll be back. Bam! There we go. So, one quick note about this one. This is the one that comes in the older style packaging. The one that's, you know, the sort of plastic stuff. I noticed that if I had the lid on the back, like I do with all the other ones, it seemed a little bit wobbly. I mean, I guess I could try it with the lid on, but, you know, maybe if it falls out or something, then I'll probably end up taking the lid off and keeping the lid outside of the display, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'll just try it like that for now. So, then I think what we're going to do here is, maybe readjust the camera a little bit. I'll bring you guys over here, and up this. How's that? Ooh, I don't like this right here. I've already seen this. Row of 3 silvers. Let's fix that. Well, I wanted my first one to be in the middle. I don't know, I'll figure something out later. Anyways. I guess I can move this one to the right, actually. Let's move it to the right. So, here we go. They are kind of a snug fit, just so you know. I mean, you know, you kind of have to get them in there, but... yeah. Alright. There you are. So, there we go. It's all loaded up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to fold this up carefully. And turn, and let's line up that lock. Click. Take that out just for consistency's sake. Oh snap. Oh snap. Look at that. That just put a lot more flavor into my room. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Wow. That's so cool. Something I was thinking about, and I'm really happy to see this, I was considering maybe having some things going on up at the top too. Although I don't really want to obscure the Zippo logo here. But I was thinking maybe getting a Walmart Zippo, just have it sitting here open or something, or I don't know, we'll figure stuff out. I guess I could put some Zippos maybe right here, maybe just some plain ones or something out in the front here. We'll see. Not really sure. The keys, well, that lock turns so easily. I guess what I'll do, is there like a spot I can hang the keys or something? I don't know. I also keep the keys right there. Keep them behind there. Alright, just for now at least. We'll figure something better out, I guess. But, yeah, check that out. Alright, I'm going to pop you guys off the tripod here. So here we go. Let's take a look at this. I feel like when people walk into my room now, they're going to think I'm a Zippo dealer. They're going to want to buy one. But anyways, let's take a look at this. My newest Zippos, like I said, I wanted to do that. Newest on the left is my high polished brass, followed by my Zippo, and then there's my sapphire that I got at the beach. Then next we have the fan test, and then the Zippo bolted. I really want to make sure I get that one in there. And of course I could easily, but I want to make sure I got it in, you know, a pretty high section, I guess, you know. I really wanted to put it right there because it is seriously like the nicest looking Zippo I have. Then there's here. Alright, that works a little better. There's my bolted, a little more close. There's the fan test, high polished brass, Zippo, and sapphire. There's my Zippo black red chrome, BLK RD chrome, whatever. My Ice World. And then there's the Motzi 8 ball. There's my first ever Zippo. Alright, one thing I've just noticed that it's, you know, if you look at it from this angle at least, it kind of seems to obscure the Made in USA stuff, but that's okay, I guess. Alright, then down below that we have the blueberry mat, and then we've got the high polish mat. That actually works out because they were both bought on the same day. And there you have a collector's tin. So collector's tins will fit in this. Zippo Harley Davidson Harley Davidson Sheriff, which is HD Sheriff. Then below that, 1941 replica, 80th anniversary retail version, I guess you could say, Zippo. And then we've got the that one. Alright, and you can also notice there's a advertisement down here, you know, if you're flying and such. Oh, it just says a fueled Zippo lighter is permitted in the passenger cabin of domestic flights. That's really cool. Is that a sticker? I think that's a sticker, so I'm going to make sure to be careful with that. Not that anybody will peel it, or not that it'll get peeled up or anything, just, you know. Yeah, and here's a sort of side profile of it. Let me move my tripod out of the way here. So let's see, sort of side profile shot. Okay, here's another side profile shot. Alright, and there's the shot of the whole desk. Now, obviously, this stuff right here, it's gonna go. Maybe I'll store my fluid. I don't know where I'll store my fluid. I'll just put it there for now. This is deodorant. There's a few miscellaneous things. We'll figure out all this later, but this usually would be what my iMac would look like right here. This is how I like to keep my iMac set up right there. So there it is. That looks totally awesome. So yeah, check that out, guys. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I kind of want to show it off. I'll show it in I'm gonna make another update video, despite the fact I made one yesterday. But you know, obviously I've got a few things I'd like to mention, and that, you know, the laptop and this and such. So we'll see how that goes. As well as a bit of a downer that happened today that I'm not really all that happy about, but whatever. Anyways, finally I have this thing. Finally do. So yeah, there you go, my Zippo display. Hopefully this video wasn't too long and drawn out, but there you go. If you've been wanting one of these, or at least this particular model, there you go. I would have preferred one that revolved, that, you know, had a bit of revolving display thing. That would obviously be a little bit wider. I don't even know if that would fit on my desk, honestly, to be honest with you. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of the wall mounting ones because they, yeah, I just don't like those. I really don't. Actually, the main reason why I don't like them is because you have to take them out of the box. I really like to keep them with their boxes, so that's why I wanted one of these. So, yep. And I guess if you wanted to, you could just display the Zippos, you know, without their boxes and such, if you felt so inclined to. But that just looks sweet. So, thank you guys for watching, and adios, and wish me luck on editing this with Windows 7, or yeah, Windows 7. Alright, thanks for watching.